Another idiotic move by the establishment over the weekend for the coronation service, as the CCTV security was provided by the Chinese Communist Party. Nope, this is not fake news, this is not misinformation, we double checked and it actually happened. How long do we have to wait for the intelligence community and the security and parliament to take this issue seriously? We are talking about Hikvision. We've talked about Hikvision, this company that provides CCTV equipment and everything else that's been used for the past few years by our government and our state. Up to a point where recently we actually had the government waking up to it and saying, okay, we have to get rid of the Hikvision cameras, the CCTV equipment, at least from government departments, because Hikvision is directly linked to the CCP in Beijing. It's one of those firms that's basically a shopfront for the mafia racket that is the CCP. So if your data is being collected by Hikvision, it can easily directly go to Beijing and President Xi's office. So they decided to say, okay, we're not going to have them in government departments, but someone made a decision to use the same equipment from the same company for the coronation everywhere. That was the security. I have no idea what these people are thinking, but yeah, stupidity. Now, Ian Duncan Smith, the freedom fighter, who's one of the few right now in Parliament who's actually fighting against the tyranny, big government, and of course on a globalized level when it comes to the CCP threat and everything else, he said, "Nothing surprises me anymore about the incompetence of the authorities when it comes to China. The reality is the security services have told us about that these cameras are a threat. Then why do they keep going to the same authorities, security services, saying, guys, feel free to use these Hikvision cameras for the coronation?" Absolutely stupid. Now, the Big Brother Watch, they also released a statement as responding to the government's decision to install 38 Hikvision cameras along the coronation route. They said, the government's decision to install 38 Hikvision cameras along the coronation route shows a staggering lack of judgment, especially given that Hikvision is already banned from many government sites. I don't understand why it's many, it should be all of them, but okay. They say it is grossly inappropriate, deeply insensitive, and a stain on our country's record that Chinese state-owned companies closely linked to grave human rights abuses will have their surveillance tech at the heart of this historic event. The installation of intrusive, rights-abusive CCTV coupled with the Met's decision to deploy live facial recognition on a huge scale means that the coronation is fast turning into a surveillance nightmare. Hikvision has no place in the UK, let alone at the coronation where hundreds of thousands of people will be gathered. The Culture Secretary should urgently review this unfathomable decision, and the government should ban Chinese state-owned surveillance companies from the UK altogether. And I absolutely agree with everything that the Big Brother Watch team said here. You had it, basically the whole event, the whole weekend turned into a massive surveillance regime. So you had the live facial recognition systems and everything else, and you had all these CCTV equipment. Imagine you're one of the top leadership members of the CCP sitting in Beijing throughout the weekend. You're just loving it. You get the popcorn, you get your drinks, sit behind the computer, get access to all the data of people and their faces and everything else. And the routes and all the other details that you can find from the coronation service and all the military people who were there and intelligence. Are you kidding me with this? It's like we want to lose. It's like we want China to win. It's like we want to completely change the world order. And it's chaotic, absolutely chaotic. Now, there are various speculations about how this sort of so-called complacency is happening right now in our establishment, but I want to know your thoughts on this issue. Let me know if you believe that this is whether this is complacency or complicity. Have we been fully infiltrated by CCP agents? Are they actually influencing these policy decisions, or are we just that stupid? Let me know what you think. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.